Thanks for staying with us. All right, so we've been talking as well-informed women who have quite a bit of exposure and understand things from different perspectives. Now, I'd like you ladies to wear on your Nigerian hats, like fully complete and total Nigerian hats. Are you listening to me?
I'm listening.
See, I know I am.
I don't get Nigerian hats.
I want you guys to wear your Nigerian hats in the sense that this is a 36-year-old woman that has just lost her life. Yeah. And, you know, you're thinking of a 36-year-old. What is a woman like that thinking? I mean, you said earlier that the world we're living in right now, young people, this is their life. The body cells, the appearances, cells, and all that. But looking at it from the moral lenses, that is it how insecure is it about insecurity? I don't want to judge that it's an insecurity issue, but is it an insecurity problem that you are not enough? We continue to remind these young people, and even a 36-year-old middle-aged woman, that as you are right now, you are not enough. Now that there's an option to do this, you must take it so that you can look a certain way to get certain, to get into certain circles or to be accepted in certain ways. Because I thought we're trying to remind ourselves. I thought the message we wanted to raise our children is to be confident in whatever body they find themselves. And now we're contradicting ourselves by saying, oh, well, if you get to a certain age and you're old enough and you feel that you can want to choose here, you can't. Hey, the options are available. So what exactly are we preaching to young people? What are we trying to do exactly? Are we giving mixed messages out there? 1 second, be comfortable. Next second, if you want to, go ahead and do it. As I said, put on your Nigerian self now. Moral hat.
So judge this matter.
Judge this matter.
I think I already said what I was going to tell young people, which is you're enough, you know, and and you need to be confident in that, especially when you're young and growing and understanding yourselves and understanding yourself. So you are enough, and I think that's what a lot of, in fact, I think the Nigerians, in fact, when you say wear your Nigerian hat, I think that's what many Nigerians are telling young people. Now, when you say, but someone, and then you say, okay, when you're old enough, then every decision you take is yours, solely yours, good or bad, whatever the outcome. And we're hoping also that by that age, you are able to weigh everything and come to a decision that I think is best for you. Now, for me, I don't have a problem with all types of surgery. I have a problem with a particular, and also the reason why you think you have to do it. That's my own issue. I don't have a problem with people who have to redo their teeth because your teeth, while growing up, it has, you know, you had serious cavities and whatever. You grew up in maybe you didn't have enough money when you were growing up. It really affected, and you are able to get your teeth done as long as you're doing it in the right place. I don't have a problem with someone who's had burn issues and they're trying to, you know, help them. When I had my surgery, let me tell you how Oyinbo people think. I was younger then, and in my notes, the lady said, we're doing a keyhole surgery for her because she's still young and body image still important. When I met the Nigerian doctor had said, cut her, large L across her stomach. Oyinbo put into consideration my youth, my mindset. Yes, so we understand beauty and how important beauty is, especially also when you're a certain age. But we're saying, hope you're not making a long-term decision that is not that important, that has such a high risk that it may tilt you over to worse than you started off. So for me, that is the message, that in the end, when you finally make that decision, is it worth it?
Right. Okay. Let me take Engineer Ajala. Thanks for calling. I'll come to you, Ramatu. Engineer Ajala, thanks for calling.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. You're live, please. Go ahead.
Good morning, Ryan.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. On the issue of BBL and this modern trending issues that going on, and like, I don't know.
I'm not sure I can hear him. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, so it's a high-risk surgery, and there's a 50-50% chance of it of death and all of that. And again, it's voluntary. It's something that you want to go in and do. So it's something that's, it's not really compulsory for you to do it. And for me, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's something that we should put ourselves, a risk worth taking. Because, and thank God these days, the Chinese have made it easier for us. They have brought different types of but
Foam.
there's the one with foam. There's the silicone one.
It's not the
It's
same.
not the
Joe.
same.
There's the silicone
be
one.
shifting as
It's
you're
only me
walking.
that will know that I'm wearing it.
I
So I will
used to
put
know.
it. I will put it. No, it doesn't shift like that.
But
Then
then
there's
you
the
use it.
silicone type. There's the silicone type.
You're
There's
talking
a
from
silicone type.
experience.
The silicone type,
I
if
like-
you touch it, it feels like it's like human body. At least those are substitutes instead of actually
I like
going
that
on,
you use it.
going there to go and cut yourself.
Yeah,
and
Eh,
risk.
What she say?
she has told us the experience.
Yeah.
Silicone
Yes.
type, the foam type. How she
Yeah,
told
She
us.
said it
No,
does
I
not.
see
We said
it now.
she
That doesn't
she
mean I
said
use
it does
it.
not shift like
like
that.
that.
How does it?
Don't mind this. Don't mind this. Yeah, so, so those are the things. Those are other options. But I don't think it's worth taking that risk. We should learn to, I think it's coming out from insecurities as far as I'm concerned.
Everything
And
is
again-
insecurity. Ramatu, have you finished? Yes, okay. Everybody has insecurities. It plays out in different ways, right? A people pleaser has insecurity issues. And that's why he or she keeps pleasing people so that she is liked or put in the group. If you want to check by the metrics of insecurity, we all have baggages of it, but it plays out in different ways. So you see another one play out with the shape of her body, another one is playing out with how she interacts with people, another one is playing out in different ways. They are all insecurities. The focus for educating young people is to let them understand who they are. Identity is very important. Have confidence in themselves, love themselves enough, and put their priorities straight. Once you get that sorted, every other decision you make as an adult is on you. Now, in putting priorities straight, I've seen people who have done BBL and they're living in rented apartments and they're still jumping taxis. They don't have a car. And in my head, I'm like, how do you gather money to do this? And yet, you are not in a place where the bonbon can even rest on a soft foam. So what are your priorities? But the person who probably did it to be able to use that body to attract her, to make her life softer. Who am I to judge that person? Now, when it comes to the matter of death, I do not believe anybody dies before their time. I believe that death will come. It's just, unfortunately, when we come here, we forget our expiry date. But everybody has an expiry date. And maybe it's in your destiny that is BBL that will expire you. Or you could not have done BBL and then an accident expires you. Or food poisoning expires you. Anything expires. People have, we're talking about, the newspaper review this, mortality rate, children dying at birth, maternal mortality rate and all of that. Those are deaths, and deaths would happen. But do we suspend our lives because we are, and our desires, because we are afraid that death will happen? So as an adult now, facing the adults, if it's a decision you want to make and you know your intentions and you can boldly say, this is why I am making it, please, it's your decision, go ahead. But make sure that you're making this particular decision because of how risky it is. You check all the metrics. You don't want to pay 2,500 naira and go to a quack who will just patch something with carpenter tools for you. You save up for it if that is what you want, and make sure that you do it well. If also you are in a hurry that you cannot, it's still a choice that you make. But the idea of advising people against what they will still do, what they will still go into the mirror, look at themselves and hate themselves and say, I really want to do, I think it's futile. And I think it's just us wasting our time, because the market for this thing is so big that everybody, the workforce, everybody just wants you to look a certain way. But if you know your priorities and you've gotten to an age and you feel, okay, I think I'm okay to try this now. I don't know.
Okay, let's prepare some comments on social media. But let me take Chidi and I'll come to you, Mariam. Chidi from Ibafo, thanks for calling in.
Good morning.
Good morning, Chidi.
Yes, I just want to make my contribution.
Please.
Okay.
I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, you see, I want to say one thing here now. You see, ladies, no matter what you look like, you always have your choice. I'm talking from as a man's perspective. So, and I remember the year my wife had ovarian cyst operation. The doctor called me and said, I need to do this thing because the size of the ovarian cyst is 7.5 by 5.7. I asked the question, what is the success rate? But being a very good and want to maintain his ethics, did not disclose the success rate to me. It's an hospital along Lagos by the expressway. I don't want to do the advert. So, being a man, I took it upon myself. I called my wife that, look, we are going to succeed. This is about life. And if I did not do it, I will lose her. So for girls doing this BBL or whatever you are talking about, they should consider the moral implications. And the doctors have also said that it is a 50-50 chance. A normal person that they tell you 50-50 chance and you still go ahead and do it. Like the other scholar, the other presenter there was saying that if anybody can, you have to expire any time. But the moral thing here is that
Thank you so much, Chidi. I didn't hear most of it, but I'm sure our viewers heard.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that I think there's still a place for advising people and reminding them of who they are and what they are confident. It does not matter whether you're young or you're old. Yes, it will be futile for some, and until it's futile, it's okay that you can give this advice. Even at the surgeon's, office, they also give you advice. They also ask you some questions to ask you if what you're about to carry out, if you're sure of it, if you think it's so important. There are some surgeons, this is their bread and butter, but they will not do a surgery on a particular person when they have looked at all the indices and they don't think this works for you. So, we see the shows now where they would say, I'm sorry, we can't do this because this is what it will mean for you in the future. This is how it would affect your life in the future. But these people still go on to someone else who is willing to do it for them. So who are you? So you decide who the sort of human being I think you want to be, which is, do you just let people be? But now, as a full-grown adult, when you decide to take a step, I agree, BC, that we all have our expiry dates, but I also agree that sometimes it can be hastened.
Yes.
Use your money to buy the debt.
Yeah, it can be hastened because of mistakes, because of malpractices, and that is what I want to speak to when we talk about the surgeries that happen anywhere, that you're making the right decision for you, that is healthy, that is safe. If you have put that, please also put that into consideration. So it's not about how much money I've gathered. That's good to you. You're putting it together. But who is it that you're going to that is going to administer this? Because that person could just take your life away for nothing.
Let's touch on the those who are doing it for wrong reasons. Spouse. I've heard of people who their spouse is cheating on them and think it's because their body is not attractive anymore. People are having medical issues. Somebody's obese, you want to look a certain way because you just feel like all your friends look a certain way and you've tried, you've struggled, and it's affecting your insecurity, and you just feel that this is a decision. Now, a quick question is that a wrong reason or is it a bad reason? I mean, as a wife, can I say, I want to look sexier for my husband? Is that a bad decision? I mean, would society judge me because I know my husband is cheating on me with this.
Following somebody that has...
Yes,
and
I realized that, okay, it's because of this. And I want to remove this big butt. I want this big stomach up there in front of me. I want to cut myself.
Mommy makeover is.
Yeah.
Mommy makeover.
It's called mommy
makeovers, right?
Yeah. Take away everything.
Yeah.
Is that, should I be judged because of that?
Okay, I think...
Ramatu wanted to jump in?
Okay, so I don't think you should be judged based on that. But me, Islamically, it's not so good for you to touch your body. So I don't think... all I can do is I can make my husband like my body more. I can try and do some ways. I can do something to make
your husband do anything.
You can't make any man do anything.
But it's not going to stop him from cheating, even if I still go ahead to go and do it. It will stop him from cheating.
Yeah.
True.
So it's a personal thing. It's if I really want to do it. But that's what I'm saying, that it's not worth the risk. Because of the 50-50 chance of it. Because I read somewhere, there's this Indian person, I can't remember his name. He said 1 in 4,000. As in, sorry, 1 will be successful. Like 4,000.
That was not them. That's an old surgery. That's an old research.
But if the people that you see that they do it, you can tell. Once you see someone that did it,
you can tell.
Because it will be big. Then
they're not trying to hide it.
They're not even trying to hide it.
They're not trying to hide it. They want you to know. It's also a status symbol, girl.
Yeah, because it's not cheap.
It's
not cheap.
So I don't think we should take any decision because of people, right? You should be strong in yourself to understand that people will do what people will do, and you cannot change people from doing what they will do. If you have a husband or a wife who is cheating, their cheating has got nothing on you. It's not because of what you have done that is making them cheat. It's a choice that they have made. And you're going to change your body to see how he can transform. Tomorrow, he may even like the one that has a smaller boobs and, you know, decides to cheat with her. It depends on that. So if you have to do something like this, especially when it has to do with changing your body appearance, make sure that is the right intention. And for me, what is the right intention is that you really want to do it by yourself for reasons best known to you. I don't care about your reasons. I don't need you to explain your reasons to me. But it's not because of an influence of somebody saying something to you or somebody teasing you or somebody making you feel bad or somebody cheating on you that you want to take that decision, because it's a heavy one considering the risk, you know, the 50-50 we've talked about. So if you want to do it for you, do it for you. I've seen ladies who, for the better part of their life, they always felt inadequate because a certain body part was looking somehow. And when this opportunity came, the first thing I heard is, babe, I won't go do. And I'm like, because I've experienced what this person had gone through, growing up and everything, I felt bad to advise her not to do it. Why? Because even at the time that we're growing up, so some of us have these gifts that God just gave us there. So she would look at me and say, you are saying this because you have this. And if you were in my shoes, I don't think you'll be seeing it that way. So I just asked her, please, where are you going to do it? Have you spoken to the person? What's their track record? Go on the website and everything. She didn't do it in the country. She did it outside the country. And she came back and it was successful. And when she dresses up, I see the look, the confidence, the joy in her. She's married, though. It's not like she was doing it for anything else. She just wanted to look good. And it's good for her. Now, if I had gone back to say, no, don't do it, you go to hell and all of that.
Go to hell?
Yes. It will look like, oh, because you have. Because you think your body is fine. That's why you are making it seem like I've committed a sin. So people just need to do what they want to do if they want to do it. And own the consequences in case.
So get some social media comments ready.
Okay, yeah. So for me, I was going to say, you know, of course, do it for you, as they say, do it for you. But sometimes we actually, especially when we're talking about a woman who is saying she wants to do it because she wants to do it for her husband, to look better for her husband, you say, no, do it for you. But when we say to people, do it because you want to, really, people are doing it also for society because we think society likes this. You know, so what are we truly saying? What is do it for you? Is it really about doing it for you? If it's for your husband, it's do it for you.
Part of you.
But if it's society, it's do it for yourself. But it's society that's influencing you. The reason why you did not wake up one morning and think, I want to just do it, but you have seen someone do it and see someone do it, and in your mind, what you perceive are the benefits this person is getting from society, from doing it, is why she wants to do it. So who is really doing it for themselves anyway? But just for conversation's sake, do it for you, do it because it makes you feel confident. There are women that have been known to, after doing this, when they start off for their husbands, now decide that their husbands are not worthy of these new bodies and look for another husband that is now worthy of the new body. This man has put the money together.
That's for men.
Oh yes.
Yes, they do.
Well, cosmetic surgery.
Yes.
What do they do?
Well, they do chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have peg.
Packs, yeah.
So you know some of our men tend to become mammary as they get older. They now make them firmer, and then they do their tummies as well. They give them.
I didn't know that.
They do their faces.
And a lot of men are doing.
But you know also that they do the injections. So they do the elongating their chins.
Gotta be kidding.
They do their noses. Yes, they do their lips. So it's a little men and women. Yes, and your Nigerian men are doing it.
Yes.
Your Nigerian men are on the table.
There's even hair
You know
transplant.
women.
Yeah.
Even the hair transplant.
So yeah, my sister did the hair transplant. I mean,
How was it?
She I mean, it cost her a lot of money, but she
In
did for her
Nigeria
front hair. No,
Yeah.
she did in the US, in the UK.
Okay.
So she did it for that front part of it. She told me, and I saw her hair. It looks really nice. The whole front.
I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't have
have solar panel very long.
I tell you, they actually construct something for you. And so these things are there.
But they come and go. There used to be a time, this solar panel that Madame talks about all the time, was the height of beauty.
Yeah.
In fact, they say in the olden days, Oyibo women would shave their
80s.
heads so they would have more of a forehead. And some parts of Africa, they tend to have that sort of. But now, because everybody
My
wants
producer,
hairline.
who wants to be head, told me, her name is Okweshen Jobi.
Oh my goodness.
Told me
That she
that
wants to
men are
reduce.
doing enlargement also.
Are you serious?
Well, I've heard that,
Yes,
but I
they
didn't
do
know how.
tools enlargement. Let me know
Wow.
what you use in my ear.
Why did you call her name?
No, because our mommy and daddy should hear that Okweshen Jobi is telling me
Why are you calling her
that Men too are doing tools and I didn't realize they do that. Really?
They do.
Wow, they should be doing them tools reduction too because some men are hurting women.
Yeah. So
that
people
area.
get
For their arms, take out their arms.
Yeah,
I didn't
So
know
that
that.
it's slimmer. Yeah, all sorts of things. Moses Lawal says, the things people do out of low self-esteem and hunger for societal validation can be shocking. Any body modification that can't be achieved by modifying diet and or physical exercises should leave you with a last option of living positively as how you are. That's what he says. Yeah.
Do you think age has anything to do with this? Because a woman who's going through, who's a new wife, new mother, maybe she's not thinking of this kind of stuff, you know, then you hit 50 or you hit like
40, from
40s, 40s, you have this new confidence, new glow. You feel like, you know what, I want to look a certain way. You have this new energy. And so do you think age has something to do with these decisions or do you think it's just something that happens off the cuff?
Yes, age, one, and the fact that there's this new rave for looking younger, for staying
50 is
younger.
the new...
Yes,
Ageism is the
ageism,
new
yes.
30.
So back in the day, our mothers at our
Wanted
age
to-
now looked way older
Yeah.
than we are looking. And
Yeah.
now you see a woman of 40, you even ask, until you 28.
Looking
you know?
older was a virtue.
Yeah.
You had to look as a grandmother. Pictures of grandmother, you had to look like a grandmother.
Yeah.
My mom would say to me that when they were younger, that they used to yab women who after they had had babies were still wearing bras. Like, what's she wearing bra
Leave
for?
it.
Leave the thing. Don't be like that, you know.
Yeah.
So, but now we want to
not trendy
be 70. I saw one 70-year-old looking ha, but not
Dancing.
through surgery, through workouts and exercise.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there's that new, well, it's not new. There's just the wave of, you know, younger and beautiful are the ones that are achieving success. There's something about that and women. For women, if you're beautiful, if you're young, there's like a thinking that it correlates to or translates to you are successful. You mean something. People see you. You are seen. You are important. And so many people want to hold on to that. What used to be important, where as a grandmother, I just wanted to be at home with my children. Now you want to be the grandmother that is traveling the world, wearing your bikini on Instagram.
I wanted to call her.
I'm like, girl, grandma and papa nana doing a wow. I'm like,
Also, our type of jobs also determine, because I've seen housewives, they are working, but they are not in the public space where they are seen
on
every day, yes, and they are okay. You see the tummy bulging out from the suit, yeah, fine, yeah, go to work, come back, take care of my children and all of that. So different career paths also will determine if you're going to be considering something like that. You're on TV, everybody sees you every blessed morning. You will not reason with someone who is not seen, who is behind, you know, the scenes, doing their work and all of that. So I
That
think all
person
of
will
this
not
in-
understand your problem.
Yeah, at all.
Like, really, what? You're good the way you are.
So, I mean, I know of a woman who, she's had her kids. I mean, she lives in the US, actually. I was talking to her on the phone. She's a family friend's friend. And so I was doing on the video call, and she was getting ready. She was doing her preliminaries for a cosmetic surgery. She was 60, I think she was in her early 60s or something. And she just wanted to,
little.
she wants to live.
Why is it late?
She wants to feel like she wants to live. So she's having all this cut thingy, and I was like, I was just wondering, why is this woman? But
this
in her
age.
mind, at this age,
So why are you saying this age?
because we're just 60, you think that it might be difficult, recuperating might be
Yes,
difficult, might be
that's my
risky.
own point.
No, but if you even start at 40, it doesn't stop. You have to keep maintaining. So you do it in your 40s, you're growing older, in your 50s, things are changing. You have to go and do some nip and tucks. It doesn't end. You keep doing it to maintain it. So you can be your 60s,
All those who are doing
70s.
breast reductions, that one is once and for all.
There's once and for all.
No, that's
listen.
if you want to be once and for all. Sometimes your implants expire. You have to take out the implants and put in new implants. It's not a one.
I remember Pamela Anderson used to be really big.
Yeah, you
I
can
went
take
online
that.
to go and look for her, and she seems to be the regular number now.
Reduce them.
And then sometimes you change it to bigger, you change it to smaller. So as you grow older, your
brass.
skin is sagging. So the way the implant stood before is not the way the implant is standing anymore. So you have to nip
go
and tuck.
again and go through the
It's
surgery
not. It's
over
never
again.
ending. So put your money aside. It's a full budget, a lifetime budget, if that's where you're headed.
She's a consultant on
It's
this.
not for the poor, yes. It's luxury.
Honestly.
Gather your
All right,
money.
okay. I think let's take a few comments. Our viewers are talking and we're not responding.
Okay.
Let's take a few
Okay.
comments on social media.
Lola
what I
Tony
have.
says awareness. The world is opening up, good and bad. Aunt Nam says wearing heavy makeup doesn't mean you look younger than your mothers. Ewo.
true. Trying to be...
Any other thing?
Mokayode says this topic has been really an eye-opener. Corey Michael says a good behind has some therapeutic effects. Tonight, said this way, there may be a time when natural looks would be what people would crave.
Yes.
There's a time I was
Exactly.
desperately looking for how to reduce my back. I mean, I was doing all the exercises to reduce. Not only that was making it even tighter. I mean, because we all have different things to reduce it.
I wish they can give me some.
I don't
mind.
mind for this overinflated backside.
No, I
don't understand
see
it.
I don't understand it. I don't even know.
I wish I could
why.
check mine a bit more. I want it to be more moderate, you know?
Yes.
But you know,
you don't see videos of them. They'll put cup. They'll say it can hold a cup. They'll put it at the back.
Is it a dining
hold a cup
table? I have a dining table if I need to keep a cup. I don't need your backside to be that. But you know, you read a comment where someone says there will be a time where people are craving the natural look. And you mentioned Pamela Anderson. We're seeing a lot of that happening now. Kim Kardashian was the queen of that BBL and everything. She has slimmed down so much. So we're thinking for all of you that are heaping on, are you going to now start slimming down? Pamela Anderson was known for all her whatever. Now she's toning it down, going out. In fact, we have some people just saying, I'm tired of doing the makeup. I'm going out looking natural. So that's why you have to choose who you are, because these trends will come and go, and then they'll leave you hanging.
Okay, that's all. I mean, that's all we can take on this
start
conversation
off
this morning. But the truth, at the end of the day, just let's make the right decisions. Be sure of why you're doing it. And if you're going to go under the knife, especially in Nigeria, make sure you go to a reputable clinic for that kind of procedure and be sure you're doing it for the right reasons.